Today is the last day of school for students in Tuscarawas Valley local schools. And for one student, today really marks the closing of one traumatic chapter and then the chance to look ahead to a fresh start.
Our Isabel Lawrence sat down with Tuscarawas Valley school bus crash survivor Brynn Goedel to learn more about what she's been through and what's still ahead for her.
At 17 years old, Brynn Goedel lives the kind of life you'd probably expect from a high schooler. From the big school dance to playing in the band. All the normal things that go into 11th grade. But Brynn knows what a luxury normal can be.
I actually was not allowed to lift my book bag and put it on my back for a while.
On November 14th, Brynn and members of the band from the Tuscarawas Valley local school district were on their way to a conference in Columbus when their charter bus was involved in a chain reaction crash on I-70.
Come on, let's get out!
Brynn was standing in the aisle of the bus heading to the restroom.
I don't remember the impact at all, but I do remember waking up and my head was kind of fuzzy. I couldn't really hear anything. I was in shock. So I felt like I was trapped and I didn't really know what was happening.
Pinned beneath a piece of debris on the bus, she was freed and dragged to safety. Unable to feel from the waist down, Brynn somehow managed to call her mom.
And she said, exact words, "Mom, our bus got in a little accident. I'll be okay. Somebody's getting CPR and I can't feel my legs." So I don't think it's a little accident.
Danielle Goedel, a nurse, was right. The crash, involving 5 vehicles, took the lives of 6 people who were traveling with the band. Students Wyatt Mosley, Jeffrey J.D. Worrell, and Caitlin Owens, and chaperones Dave Kennett, Christy Gaynor, and Shannon Wigfield. Brynn was left with a concussion, a broken collarbone, pelvis, and ribs, burns, and a bladder laceration. She was told there was a 95% chance she would never walk again.
Would you say that this is the hardest thing you've been through?
Definitely, yeah, definitely.
And you can still sit here with a smile on your face.
Yes.
Why is that? Where do you find the strength and positivity?
I feel like I've always been a positive person and I feel like a smile can always make someone's day.
To Brynn, it's that simple. She just kept smiling.
And her mentality, her positivity, and her strength, like she looked at her legs when they weren't moving. She's like, come on, leg, you can do it.
With an unbeatable attitude, Brynn beat the odds. Her team at Akron Children's rooting for her every step of the way.
Brynn's an amazingly strong kid. Everybody that met her, nurses, PTs, everybody just was like over the moon about how great she was.
While Brynn may be a living example of the power of positivity, she and her mom are adamant they weren't in this alone.
We she could not have done it without the support of our community.
Even those who are no longer here.
Those are the 3 students that had passed on the bus. They're looking down on me and I just know they're with me every second and helping me with daily challenges.
Success comes in big and small ways these days, from packing up her book bag by herself to playing her beloved clarinet in the band's end-of-year concert. When I asked Brynn what word best describes this past school year, she said, chaotic. But the word she hopes describes her future?
Inspiring, I feel like, because I really want to move on to great things and I just know people are going to be supporting me on the way.
Isabel Lawrence, 3 News.
How amazing is she? She can all teach us a lot. Isabel, thank you. And you may have noticed Brynn's room in this story. It's a beautiful new space, and it feels more like a suite. That was actually an addition provided for free by HRN Construction and Restoration. When they heard Brynn's story, they jumped in to make sure it was accessible. It was an accessible ground floor space just for her.
Just the smile that she always had anytime you ever saw her, even if she was, even in the hospital, it made it easy for anybody. it's just one less thing for them to worry about. They have a lot on their plate, and if we can take away one thing, that's all that matters. So
HRN Construction rallied more than 20 companies to help out. What a community, and again, we wish her well. She's incredible.
Yeah, absolutely.